welcome. And in this video, I'm going to be speaking about the fear of being misperceived, how it's hindering and affecting your full expression as a soul in this lifetime and your sacred service, your joy, your magic, your fun, and some steps on how we can start to break free of this fear and this illusion so that you can show up in your fullness as the gift to humanity and this earth that you are. So if this is the fear that you have, and likely if you're watching this video that it's playing out now, or it's played out in the past, or it may play out in the future, which is all now. So I invite you to place your hand on your heart and take a deep breath in and let it go. So the first thing that comes up when I feel into the fear of being misperceived is anything that could have happened in a past life. So if we think about times where you may have been perceived wrongly and then persecuted, tortured, think about witches in the community serving others and yet being outcast and being rejected and being killed. So there's that example, and there could be many more, but the invitation is to start to feel into how is this past life potentially playing out in my current now. How much of that feels like it's rolling through your nervous system and blocking you from being able to be completely free in this lifetime. The divine will and all that is desires for you to be free, to be able to show up in your fullness of your soulful service so that all of life can receive the gift from you. I see it playing out in definitely the online spaces of the fear of being seen. For instance, if you are showing up on one particular day, in one particular moment, wanting to express this one particular message that's coming through you, there's a fear that someone will judge you based on that one message and not be able to see the whole picture of that which you are as the multidimensional being that you are. And so this is a genuine and real fear, and I want to acknowledge that of the potential pushback or comeback into something that is coming through you and wishing to be shared out to the community and could be misperceived. And so we start to then shut down, withdraw, contract, I don't want to be misperceived. They're not seeing all of me. So this can be a perpetual loop and cycle. We may build up the courage to be able to actually step forward into the arena, and then we may get hit with something that then shuts us down and we go back into our cave. And how many times I've experienced this myself. The journey to come out of this is one of deep self-devotion, self-inquiry, self-questioning, self-reflection, self-love practices, self-nurturance. Yeah, you're feeling me? It's getting to a place where you accept all of you first. When we accept all of us in all of our expression, then we feel the freedom in ourselves that no matter what we share, no matter what goes out, that we know that we are multidimensional. That whatever is being expressed in that moment, in that time, is absolutely one aspect of this massive self that we are. And so with that then, if there is comebacks, opinions, judgments, rejections, that we're then not taking that into ourselves and making that who we are, creating shame, creating guilt, creating all these like dense emotions that we then contract into and spiral potentially for a day, a week, a month, who knows. And so my intention with this video is if you're currently in it, then just know that the possibility of breaking free is instantaneous, and it always is, because the frequency of freedom is available in every moment. And we simply need to reattune to the frequency of freedom, so that we break free of the fear that's suffocating and controlling us. And so we return to then our simplistic practices that allow us to recalibrate the nervous system. And so you may know already definitely what these are for you if you're newer to the path of the self-devotion and these practices that help you come home to center. Then breath, then journal, then sounding, sighing. And so these practices are allowing you to return home to that place of self-acceptance. So that creates a space, a gap between whatever may have been shared or responded or reacted, and you then expanding into your higher self and the truth of who you are, so that you don't go into this spiral of like, oh fuck, I need to defend myself. And you're actually able to sit, pause, be in this space of I'm good, I'm okay, I'm good. And then from that place where you remember yourself, you come back to yourself, that's when you can respond with the frequency and the love and the joy and the holding of which you are guided to do for that person on their journey, as we are this global family all coming home together, all at different paces, different roles that we're playing. There's no higher or lower role, but we are this, coming back to the truth and the remembrance that we are all this one family on this earth. Some in complete forgetfulness, some in early stages of remembrance, awakening. And wherever you're at while watching this, maybe like wildly awakened, but still feeling these contraction expansions, which is all perfectly fine too, and perfectly perfect in the journey. And this video is simply a guidance from my spirit and my guides to come through and be able to speak to this, because it's a real fear. But it's not the truth of who you are, and it doesn't have to continue to control you and play out in your life over and over and over again, so that you are continuously in these spirals and these loops. You can actually break free of it. So I invite you to feel into then, if this fear is real for you, the fear of being misperceived, all the things that I've shared so far, and what feels true for you and the way that it may be playing out in your life, how it's affecting your ability to show up in the way that you're called to show up from your heart, from your soul, how it may be shutting you down, causing you to withdraw. And can you take this as an invitation to come home, to recenter, to step away, to give yourself as much space as you want, as you need. Because ultimately, as soon as we return to this space of wholeness, to completeness, to connection with your higher self, everything becomes easier from that point. your whole energetic system changes, and you can respond with love. And if that's your desire, which it likely is if you're watching this, then you get to do that. You get to be in that frequency, you get to be in that service space. All right. That feels complete for now. If you have any other questions or comments, please feel free to get in touch, reach out, and here's to breaking free of the fear of being misperceived. I love you, I love you, I love you.